Happy New Year to all of you all. This is a fantastic way to kick off the new year, and I'm so very proud to be here today and honored to be here with you this morning. As you know, the city of Atlanta is preparing to host one of the biggest sports events in the world, the College Football Playoffs National Championship. As we are eager to update everyone on our preparations, we appreciate the role that the media is playing in making sure our residents and our visitors stay informed in the days leading up to Monday and all throughout this event. I want to thank Chief Erica Shields of the Atlanta Police Department, Chief Joe Baker, there's Chief Baker, of the Atlanta Fire Rescue Department, and all of the men and women who are standing here today who put themselves in harm's way each and every day to make sure that they serve and protect us. We have joining us today the Georgia State Patrol, Fulton County Sheriff's Office, the Georgia World Congress Center, and MARTA. The depth and experience of the people in this room today make it abundantly clear that we take public safety in Atlanta very seriously. We are also proud and happy that the city of Atlanta has been entrusted with the opportunity to host this special championship game between our very own Georgia Bulldogs, not that we are biased, and the Alabama Crimson Tide. I want to extend a special welcome to Bill Hancock, Executive Director of the College Football Playoff, who is here with us today. Bill, thank you for joining us. I am confident that we will make Bill and the city of Atlanta and the state of Georgia proud. The city of Atlanta has a long history of staging the biggest events in the world, the biggest sports events in the world, from the Centennial Olympic Games to the Super Bowl, to political conventions and the annual running of the nation's largest 10K, the Peachtree Road Race. For decades, Atlanta's political and business leaders have built on our unsurpassed connectivity to Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport to make our city a major destination for each of these special events. Thanks to our world-class attractions and facilities, the city of Atlanta draws more than 52 million visitors each year. They generate $15 billion in spending, and we know that the events of next week will contribute greatly to that spending in Atlanta. We're very excited about that. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the site of this year's game, is the newest jewel in our downtown crown. Mercedes-Benz Stadium will also host the Super Bowl next year and the NCAA Final Four in 2020. As mayor, I am proud of the fact that Atlanta is the first city ever to host these three events back-to-back. And there is more too. Mercedes-Benz Stadium will also host Major League Soccer All-Star Game this summer, and we are truly the sports capital of the world. It's taken visionary leadership to attract these events and create jobs that are supported by them. But it also takes the professional abilities of our first responders to make sure everything remains safe and secure. I know from speaking with Chief Shields and Chief Baker that we have a unique collaboration here in Atlanta with our other local, state, and federal partners. Nothing matters more to us than our ability to coordinate a safe, smooth, and secure event for the more than 100,000 people expected in the city over the next few days. Our message to the public is simple. Enjoy the game, enjoy the city, and let us handle the details. And also, if you are an employer, maybe you should consider allowing your employees to telework on Monday, just to help with some of the traffic congestion that I know we are likely to experience. Chief Shields and her colleagues have spent months planning for the security around the game. I know that they have a plan in place that will help ensure a safe experience and a rapid and coordinated response in the event of an incident. Now, Chief Shields and Chief Baker are going to discuss a few specifics of this comprehensive and coordinated effort, and then we'll hear from our partners, and when they are done, we will take any questions that you have. Chief Shields.
Mayor, thank you. Good afternoon. First and foremost, I would like to thank Mayor Bottoms for being here today. I think it's only appropriate that on day two, the major event in this city is college football. Hopefully we can win for a change. And yes, I did say that. I can tell you that the people assembled in this room have been planning literally over a year. We have had so many conversations, scenarios, tabletops, preparing for every possible scenario that we could confront. We have brought law enforcement and first responders from local, state, and federal agencies on board. We are determined to make this a success. But what I cannot emphasize enough is how our success is contingent upon the collaboration and the partnership that we have with these individuals. We are so fortunate in the city of Atlanta, and I don't say that lightly. Internally, the Atlanta Police Department is supported daily by corrections, fire, public works, finance, you name it. It's an incredible team. The local agencies in the metro region have stepped up and given us whatever we have asked for to help meet the demands of this event. And then the state agencies, Georgia State and the GBI, those are our sister agencies. We rely on them weekly. The FBI, the Secret Service, our federal agencies, they take pride in seeing us succeed. And I know that it is this vibe, this collaborative effort that we have created that makes Atlanta unique. And I just want to say to all of you, thank you for being here and thank you for supporting us. But what we need from the media is to get some messaging out more than anything. We need for the public to call 911 immediately if they see anything. Don't worry about it being trivial, or maybe they think, well, I don't want to bother the 911 system. Call 911 and let us check it out. When you go to the venue, have a clear backpack, have a small purse, don't bring a cooler. You're not going to be allowed to take any of those items in. If you're driving to the city, please, please, please do not leave valuables in your vehicle, and do not bring a gun and leave it in your vehicle. We have to. I cannot implore the public enough to please, please execute the highest regard and the greatest level of common sense in this arena. We cannot have folks continuing to bring guns and leaving them in their cars. And lastly, and this is really going to be the issue we really need people to pay attention to, is traffic. If you're planning to calculate travel time based on the distance, what you think you'll need to get to the game in time, you'll probably arrive in time for the halftime show, literally. I would encourage everyone to explore using MARTA. It is the most sensible, stress-free option. But if you are going to drive, you need to be mindful of, you have the stadium at capacity, you have thousands of people coming to tailgate, you have a presidential motorcade that's going to cause streets to be shut. It's going to take time. If you're planning to drive, I would encourage you to plan to arrive in the early afternoon. Take advantage of the city. It's an incredible city. You have the College Football Hall of Fame, you have the aquarium, you have the Civil Rights Museum, you have a plethora of really good restaurants. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy Atlanta and remove the stress of traffic. But I cannot thank you enough for being here and helping us get that messaging out. Chief Slaughter from the Fire Department, I believe you have a few words.
I do. Thank you, Chief Shields. Good afternoon, everyone. Before I get started, I just want to thank Honorable Mayor Bottoms for her tremendous support of our organization as we plan for this event. And also bring you greetings on behalf of Fire Chief Joel G. Baker, who is standing behind me. Atlanta Fire Rescue Department is an all-hazards emergency response organization. The men and women have worked hard to be prepared to work collaboratively with our public safety partners in law enforcement on the local, state, as well as federal level. Of course, we will be at full staffing throughout the duration of the event with an expanded emergency medical services footprint, which will allow us to not only respond to medical calls that we receive in the designated geographical area of the event, but also routine medical calls that we receive each and every day. In addition, we have reviewed and revised, in some cases, our inclement weather plans in the event that those plans are needed during those days. So, having said all that, I am confident that we are ready. We have been in this space before. So we are looking forward to a safe and enjoyable National College Football Championship game. Before I turn it over to FBI Special Agent in Charge, LaValle, I have one parting thought. Go Dogs.
Good afternoon. The FBI and federal partners, in particular Department of Homeland Security, have an important role to play in this type of event that contributes to the Atlanta Police Department and Atlanta Fire and Rescue multi-layered security and emergency preparedness plan for the College National Championship game. Although there aren't any specific threats against this event, we are actively assessing intelligence that comes in and working closely with our partners to augment their investigative and emergency response capabilities. One example of that collaboration is that at the request of the FBI and the Atlanta Police Department, the FAA has issued modified temporary flight restrictions that prohibit flying aircraft, including unmanned aerial systems, drones, over any college football playoff venue from Saturday morning until Sunday evening. A great deal of planning and preparation has gone into ensuring college football fans have a safe and enjoyable experience at this historic event. But our ability to protect those fans also relies on the support and cooperation of the public. As the chief said, we encourage and ask that everyone be aware of their surroundings while they're in the city and immediately report any suspicious activity, no matter how trivial it may seem to be. We would rather err on the side of finding out it's nothing than not having it be reported and not having an opportunity to look at it. At this time, I'll turn it over to Bill Hancock of the CFP.
Thank you, Agent LaValle. Mayor, chiefs, if you look at all these distinguished and unselfish public servants up here, who doesn't belong here in this group? Me. These people are awesome. It's a unified team, a multi-agency team led by the APD, but also federal and state. We couldn't be happier with the way we've been treated here in this city. We were delighted to announce that the CFP championship game was coming here, and now we're, 4 days away. We can't wait. I love this place. I love you. I love all of you, everyone up here. You guys are awesome. You've been so great during our planning process. I don't know who's going to win the game Monday night, but I'll tell you this, Atlanta is already a winner. It's been awesome. So thank you very much.